Check, check, check. Test. All right. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to WVRC's live continued coverage of Saturday in downtown Spencer, West Virginia. Just finished up a live remote at Gary's Sporting and Pawn for a big special Christmas giveaway. A great success, lots of kids smiling with brand new bikes leaving the facility over at Gary's Sporting and Pawn. $1,000 gift certificate and $1,000 shopping spree given away as well over there at Gary's. And, of course, a Kids Matthews bow given away as well. We transition over to downtown Spencer. It's the perfect time to go eat somewhere. I am absolutely starving, and what better place here on this Saturday than the Hungry Moose restaurants. Brand new. I guess brand new would be the word to describe it. Relatively new at least, but it's today the actual grand opening of the Hungry Moose restaurant here on Church Street in Spencer. It is 215 Church Street in Spencer, West Virginia. They've been open for a few weeks now, but today is the live grand opening celebration for this. They had a really cool ceremony today to begin. I'm sorry I missed that, guys. I do apologize. Had some other things I had to take care of, but they had a ribbon cutting ceremony here, and let the smoked meats fly. I tell you what, it smells so good in here, and this is going to be probably the hardest live remote I may have ever done because I'm going to want to eat the entire time I'm sitting here smelling smoked meat going through this entire building. A few things that they got going on here. They do have some specials going on, and at the 1 o'clock hour, what they have going on here today is the blind date with a plate. What that is order one of our mystery menu items and receive 50% off of that dish. Let our kitchen surprise you with a secret menu item. No hints, no peeking, just pure, delicious fun. That is an hour long today. So if you come in between now and 2 p.m. and you try the blind date with a plate, you order the mystery menu items and receive 50% off the entire dish. Just let them cook for you. I promise you will not be disappointed. From 2 o'clock to 4 o'clock today, you can take 10% off of takeout orders. So if you want to come in and get something to take out, or you can call in and order, 10% off of that from 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. And then from 4 p.m. to 5 p.m. today, kids 9 and under will get a free kids meal. So if you're a family looking to come out and eat something, maybe wait until 4 o'clock because your kids will eat free here at the Hungry Moose for the grand opening celebration. I'm Andrew Miller, going to be talking with a few of the members of the crew here. I'm not going to be talking to Hunter, who is looking at me very awkwardly right now, but I am hopefully going to speak with Darren and a few others as we go through the next couple of hours here on our live feed. One person, though, that I am going to talk to is a person very well known on the radio with us, number one, and very happy that and thank you for sticking around, by the way, because I showed up when the mayor and his wife and a few others were finishing up their meal here. You've got a big day scheduled today in Spencer, West Virginia. You are hitting up a lot of spots here today, as is a lot of people on this beautiful Saturday. But Mayor Williams, thank you for sticking around with us. And obviously, you are always pro-business in downtown Spencer. You've known Hunter and Pam and the rest of their family based off of the open of Backwood Ramblings. My favorite spot to eat right now, but I haven't been to the Hungry Moose too many times yet to overtake that. But, Mayor, this is obviously a really cool thing for the city of Spencer to have another wonderful business downtown Spencer, a group of people that you know well and are great human beings, number one. They run businesses very, very well. You know they're successful, and they're hardworking, and they're great people. And here they are opening up another business in downtown Spencer for you guys.
It's a very special thing. And, you know, we get not often, or not often enough, do we have folks who want to jump into the frying pan. And, you know, when Hunter got a hold of me, I probably wasn't real sure I wanted to deal with another restaurant again. And he told me a little bit about what he was thinking, and we talked probably the very next day, and talked a lot over the next few days. And then he told me he had a name for it. Well, how could you not want to try something called the Hungry Moose? You know, it's a wonderful addition for downtown. It's a very unique thing for any small town to have a Hungry Moose.
Yeah.
And we're pretty lucky to have the variety of locally owned restaurants that we do. And it's not just good for Hunter and Pam and everybody else, but it's good for all businesses. You know, it brings more people downtown. And I first met the Cook family, Pam and Taylor, probably first at the farmer's market. It's been a few years now. It may have been before COVID hit, or about
Wow.
that time. And I go to the market all the time. I buy stuff. My wife doesn't want me to bring things home. She doesn't want me to bring pies and things home. But I go down and buy them, then I give them to people. But that day she had a cherry pie, and I thought, by golly, I could stop out along the highway and eat some of that. And I bought a couple of things, and I gave the other one to Jack Garrett. I tried to sell it to him, but he said he had no money, but I gave it to him. But boy, I'm telling you, that was a hit. And so we've been partners with Pam and the Cook family ever since. And when she wanted to put in her own spot over on Main Street, that was great news. And then they expanded and coffee shop, and then she trained Hunter to how to work, and now here he is jumping into it, and you got that wonderful smell downtown of a morning. Even if you're not hungry, if you'll come and stand near those grills for just 5 minutes, you'll smell good too.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you what, it's a great commitment to have people like this that want to be part of your downtown.
It is a commitment, number one, especially when you're talking about smoking meats. Those are not the fastest things to be cooking. Those things take hours and hours, and you got to watch them, and you got to keep up with them and things like that. So that's a very big undertaking, obviously, that they did take over. But I tell you what, it's very nice that the timing came very nicely. As crazy as that sounds, the timing for the building that Backwood Ramblings found and opened right after it had gone through many different iterations. This building had been the front porch numerous times after being Main Street Cafe or Church Street Deli. It was different people owning it, and then all of a sudden it shut down. And so you had this building open and ready to go for them at the right time, I think.
Yeah, we weren't quite sure what we were going to do. I don't want to put in a business. I've been in business a lot, and I couldn't get Carol to. Carol's already the volunteer of the world, you know. It cost me a lot to have Carol running all over town doing stuff free for people.
Yeah, she said she was supposed to be retired.
And my daughter Kate, who knows the Cook family well, she said to me, I think Hunter Cook's going to talk to you, Kate. I mean, Kate was already I don't know what they'd already done. I think they had this thing planned, and it was already done, and they were going to just make it look like I was in the ball game here.
Yeah.
But it's good that we have it available. It's a great spot.
Yeah.
For this kind of thing.
Yeah, right off of Main Street in the Courthouse Square. The Courthouse Square is really, over the years, and you've been around here for quite a while, it has gone through many different changes. It's been some times, some rougher times, some good times. But if you walk around the square right now, it is really bustling. There's a lot of businesses right across from the courthouse. Here on Church Street, things are happening. Over on Market Street and back on Court Street, things are happening.
Yeah, it
in the
is.
square.
It's a good time. I have been around a long time, and I can remember, and I keep a lot of notes, and I've tried a lot of things. I've made a lot of mistakes. But I know that on more than one occasion we'd have 10 or 12 empty buildings just right downtown, and that's a lot of buildings. And back in those days when I was a younger guy, and you had the O.J. Morrison's and the Spencer Department Store and the HP store, all those had a local tie here. That families lived here who owned those businesses. And, after 50, 60, 70 years, those started going away everywhere.
Yeah.
And I can remember that, and I was smart enough to realize how the market was changing around the year of 2000. And I said to some of my council members, we need to become a retail service community. And
Watch your step, Mike.
and and I said we need to be a place where people want to come and shop, do their business, go to the hospital, get their eyes checked, eat, go to the theater. We got to change with the times.
Yeah.
And so, and I didn't tell them this. I started working on Walmart, and I did that very privately, and because there were a lot of folks who weren't sure about something like that. Even some of my good friends weren't sure that maybe I'd finally lost it. but I knew that we had to have more reasons for you to come to Spencer, West Virginia. And the state hospital was a great thing for our community for 100 years. I was not able to do anything with that huge building.
Yeah.
Almost did, but just couldn't get it done. So I had a good friend who built Walmart stores, and I contacted him and told him I wanted him to help me. And Walmart's good for everybody. And Walmart's not our enemy at all. And now they've been part of our community for more than 20 years.
In a long time.
And Roane General Hospital, they just keep growing and doing things. And healthcare is really maybe the most important spoke of any wheel in today's world.
Yeah.
So, the more of all those things we get, the better people like Hunter can be successful in the business that he's got here. It takes everybody to make it work right.
Yeah, I think the opportunities in Spencer and in Roane County are there. Changing with the times is very important, but you've got some really good people who have accepted that and are coming in with open eyes, open ears, and we're ready to do things, make changes. I think about some of the draws here of tourist attractions as far as Charles Fork Lake has always been a big deal for us, but there's a group of people who continue to work with that. They've brought back the Tour de Lake. Again, of course, you think about Quentin Keaton and all that they're doing with walking trails up towards Chestnut Ridge Winery. There are things to do that you come here to do.
Yes.
And so if you're going to be here, you got to have a good place to eat.
Yeah.
And we've got multiple places now, and this place right here, the Hungry Moose, is just another place I couldn't fathom when they said they were opening this place. And the first thing I asked, I don't know if Hunter remembers this, the first thing I asked was, will you have brisket? Yeah. And they said, yes, we will have brisket. I can't fathom being able to get brisket any day of the week that I want. It blows my mind.
That's good stuff.
Oh, it's
good
fantastic.
Stuff. Well, we got a lot right beside of us, and Hunter's expressed some interest in working with our development authority to lease that and do some things with it, and we can do some things together. We like to have music downtown, and we need to do that more often on every Friday night or every second and fourth Friday night, or get some kind of routine and just stay into it, and it catches on. And those guys, and there's a lot of volunteers who work on those trails. I met with them more than a year ago before I had my illness, and they had some paperwork with them, and they wanted to see if I would give them $5,000 each to do some things at both sites to make those trails and bicycle and walking better trails.
Yeah.
And I sat and I'm a better listener than I used to be. And so when they finished their little presentation, I said, I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do. I said, I'm going to create both of you a $50,000 fund. I said, you can spend $25 between now and June 30th, and if you're successful, I'll give you $25 July 1, and you have the end of December to spend that. Here we are in December. And I talk with them a lot, but boy, they've done a lot. I said to them, I don't want to be good trails, I want to be the best trails.
Yeah.
And I'm going to keep getting money for them, because you just, that kind of thing doesn't just walk up and slap you in the face very often.
Yeah.
And both those areas, and then in the summertime, I had before my illness or the beginning of it, I designed a lot of projects, and I wanted to do more at the park. I wanted to do things at the pool. I wanted to do things at Heritage Park and the community building. I wanted to do more downtown. So I put together a lot of things and gave those to Rob, and he moved forward with them. So we did renovations to all of those
Yeah.
things. The swimming pool was as nice as it was when it was built, or better than when it was built this year.
Yeah.
And then, having basketball and pickleball, the park there's no finer park anywhere.
And if you go by the park from, I don't know, it doesn't even have to be summertime
No.
yet, but there are some hardcore pickleballers.
Yeah,
but
you better believe it.
It's bustling every day.
Well, every Tuesday, especially, that's when everything clicked. We had family swimming, we had volleyball, we had cornhole tournaments, we had summer league basketball, we had cornhole, and we had the park. On Tuesday evenings when I'd go up there, they'd actually be hundreds of people up there, and the lights would be on everywhere. I love it when I can see that. And I told my wife, I said, it's finally coming to where it needs to be.
Yeah.
And plus you got your walk trails.
Yeah.
And it's really has. It's almost like a dream come true what's happened. And the only thing I told him was when I said I'd buy all that sand.
Be careful.
Yeah, you won't follow me.
Well, I don't want anybody to trip.
I know some of this bunch coming in. They're really no good. You're gonna have to watch them. Andrew, and I've said this before. You really do a tremendous job for our community, and it's wonderful that you had the mindset to jump into this thing at the radio.
Well, I had some backing.
Well,
I had somebody to tell me to do this.
I've heard about that, and I'll tell you, that guy is a good person, and he will never let you sink.
Yeah.
And I know it's a tremendous amount of work.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
I mean, I know it is, but you're young, you're full of it. We're all full of it.
Yeah.
And nothing is better than giving back to your community.
Well, I do thank you for giving me this brain thought to do this whole thing, because we're here, and it's just like you. The whole of us are trying to promote what we have here in Roane County, what we have here in Spencer. We have such a wonderful little gem of a place to live. And again, just because we're 25 minutes from the nearest interstate does not mean we're not a destination town.
We are.
We
We're
have
becoming
so
that
many
more
things.
and more.
Yeah.
And I had a person talk to you early on about that, the businesses you're
Yeah.
into, and you weren't so excited. And they gave me a report on that.
I was a little nervous.
And I said, that's just unacceptable. and I said, from now on, I'll deal with it. And I remember a lot of things that I said to you, but I was sincere about that. You're the man.
Oh, thank you.
You're the person. People. You got a lot of support, and business loves to be part of WVRC Radio. And with the sports season that we just finished up here, I mean, God, everybody knows you everywhere. And it's just been a wonderful ride. And
it's been a great ride, and it continues.
Oh yeah.
And today again is just another example of the perseverance of people in this town, and the people who want to make things even better for Spencer and Roane County. Hunter and Pam and their whole family. It's a family business. If ever there was a family-run business, these are the family-run businesses. And again, we're here at the Hungry Moose. It is the grand opening. I hate that I missed, but I did get to see the pictures of the ribbon-cutting ceremony with Mayor Williams and the rest of the crew there. But we're going to be here, folks. We're going to be talking this up and trying to get more people to come down here. If you haven't been here yet, my goodness, you're missing out. Please come down today. We're going to talk about the specials that they have. I'm going to talk about a few things with Darren, who is kind of running the show over here, about the name, how it came about, all this stuff. I've got some questions for that guy, because that's very interesting, a name like the Hungry Moose.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Well, Mayor, thank you for sticking around. I appreciate it.
Merry Christmas to everyone.
100%, folks. Come down to Spencer, West Virginia. As the mayor said, we've got a lot to offer, and right now it's a great day to be coming around and shopping. And while you're shopping, I'm sure you're going to get hungry, and the Hungry Moose is one really good place to stop by and get some food. Stick around. I'm just going to go radio silent for a few minutes while I get some things taken care of here. And once we do, I'm going to get Darren on. We're going to talk about the Hungry Moose restaurant and all that they have to offer. 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 That they have to offer. That they have to offer. All right, check. Check. I should probably kill both of those things for a second. Sorry, Darren. I got Darren with me hanging tight. I accidentally had sound on and was feedback looping things, which is never good. All right, folks, I am here again at the Hungry Moose Restaurant, and again, it is the grand opening celebration. I hated that I had to miss the ribbon cutting ceremony. I also missed a really cool special that they were doing from noon to 1 p.m. They were doing a Lucky Joker deal. It's a pick a card, any card. If you draw the Joker, your meal is free. Did anybody get that, Darren? Did anybody take advantage of that? Did anybody win, lose, or draw there?
Everybody got to draw that order between the noon and 1 o'clock time. Nobody won, though.
Nobody won. Oh,
nope.
Well, good for you guys then. Right now, it's 1 o'clock to 2 o'clock. So right now, it is called Blind Date with a Plate. That is, if you order one of the mystery menu items and then you receive 50% off of that dish. It says, let our kitchen surprise you with a secret menu item. No hints, no peeking, just pure delicious fun. So you guys have already got some really, you know what? I don't know who in the family comes up with all this cool stuff. Now, as a loyal customer to Backwood Ramblings, I know that Taylor comes up with a lot of crazy stuff. I know that Pam comes up with a lot of crazy stuff. Is this all you over here, Darren, or is it a combination of the group still?
Combination of the family. We all kind of pitch in and help out where we can. Taylor usually comes up with a lot of good ideas, though.
Well, it's a lot of it's a lot of fun. Number one, you guys seem to. The best way I can put it is this: you guys seem to have the most fun at a job that is a business that you own. That is, I own a business. It's stressful. You guys seem to, and I'm sure that it's stressful. You guys have a really good way of dealing with stress. It seems you guys are very upbeat. You have as much fun as possible running businesses.
Yep, we love to lean on each other, and just have a good time with it. You know, you got to make the most of what you got.
So, Darren, you were a little later to the game coming through here, but now you're here.
Yep, now I'm here.
Okay, and was this restaurant here? Was this Hunter's idea? Was this a combination of the group again? I know that you seem to be very familiar with smoking meats.
Yep. So I lived in New York for the past 7 years, and I was smoking every weekend, Sundays for football. When I first moved down here, it was just to help my family out at the business across the street, but this opportunity presented itself, and we couldn't say no.
And so you picked one of the hardest things to do to run a business with. And I tell people that it's not so much that smoking meat is hard, but to do it right, you have to really spend time with the meat.
Yep.
You really have to It's almost like you have to coddle it, baby it. You have to take care of it. It's a long process if you want to do it the right way. Obviously, it's a labor of love for you. It's something you enjoy doing in the first place. But on a scale of a business, have you found that that's more difficult, or is it still just the same, just more of it?
It's just more of it. It's still fun, you know. You got to be patient with it. A lot of the time it takes 24 hours roughly for us to smoke anything. Chicken, not really. It's just a few hours for that. But
Yeah.
pork and brisket's on for almost 24 hours.
So how do you, again, you're very new to the business here. This is a very new business. Have you dialed in your customer base yet, at the moment at least, as far as how much you need to make, how much you don't need to make with something? That's something that always intrigued me when it came to that kind of stuff. I mean, you really got to think about this.
Yeah, oh yeah. For the most part, we've got it pretty much nailed down for right now. It is a little bit slower right now with the weather out.
Yeah.
Hopefully in the summertime things will crank up and we got to do a little more than we're doing now.
I'm telling you, when it comes to the summertime and grill outs, cookouts, things like that, people are going to rely on you. People such as myself who don't do this, who even if I could do it, would not even try it, who will come here and take care of their needs with you guys. This is a really fun business, obviously, for you guys. Where did the name come from? Now, I was in line a few weeks ago here, and I was looking at the little wall stuff, and I was reading about all the facts and figures about moose. Moose? I can't tell you what the combo is of moose. But I was reading up on where did this come from? Where did the name the Hungry Moose come from?
So growing up as a kid, my dad always said that when I got upset, I had a moose face. So they always called me Moose. Every year for Christmas, I'd get something that had to do with a moose. So it was originally going to be the Angry Moose, but turned out being the Hungry Moose.
I called it the Angry Moose when I heard you were opening, because for some reason that was in my mind. So the Hungry Moose is where you guys went with. Okay, I didn't know if there was something like if you had some particular penchant for a moose, if you'd had moose meat or something like that, or if that's what was being sold at some point.
Nope, they just call me Moose.
They call you Moose. I did not know that, Darren. So here we are today. It's been a really good, fun day already for you guys as far as the grand opening is concerned. Let's talk about what's coming up here today as far as specials that you guys have going on.
All right, so from 2 to 4 o'clock, we're doing 10% off all takeout orders. And then from 4 to 5, we got kids 9 and under are eating free. We still got a little bit left on the blind date with a plate. We got some really cool creations we came up with for that. You just got to come in and pick a mystery item, and you get 50% off that item.
That's very, very simple, folks. I hope that people decide to come down here. I'm going to be barking it out like crazy. Before I let you go, Darren, I keep almost calling you Hunter because I saw him first today, and my brain is fried right now. So, Darren, before I let you go, can I put an order in?
Absolutely.
All right, I want brisket.
All right. We
Just
can do that
brisket.
for you.
Actually, yeah, I just want brisket.
All right.
I'll take brisket. Meanwhile, I'm going to be talking about this place, downtown Spencer, West Virginia. It's 215 Church Street, right off of Main Street. It's the Hungry Moose. Tell you what, if you pull off to Church Street, roll down your window and smell.
You'll know we're here.
You'll know exactly where this place is. And I tell you what, that's got to be a draw for the courthouse, by the way, because that's got to feed through their ventilation system. And people are like, what in the world? I'm smelling smoked meats like crazy here. I tell you what, Darren, we're going to go through the menu here in a little bit. Do you have a menu I could borrow?
Yep. I'll bring you over a menu.
I'll take the menu here in a little bit, and I will go through the menu items that they have here, and we'll talk about the specials they have as well. Darren, thank you so much for joining us, and we hope this goes well.
Thank you, Drew. We appreciate you being here.
It has to go well because I love brisket. So we're down here at the Hungry Moose. Darren, I'll let you go, buddy. Thank you.
All right.
That is Darren Cook with the Hungry Moose, and he is the one that knows how to smoke meats. And, again, that is not an easy thing to do. If you're not familiar with the location here, again, it used to be years ago the Church Street Deli. Thank you, sir. And then it was many different iterations of the Front Porch Restaurant. And so that will help you if you're not familiar with where it is. Although, like I said, if you pull down Church Street on the corner of Main and Church, you just open the windows and smell for the meats. And the meats are smoking, and they are so good. I cannot explain how good the food is here. Again, folks, we do invite you to come down and have a good time. A couple people, Maddie Lambert says, go Moose. Hello, Jim McCulty and Terry Williams. Yes, Brandy Gentry, their food is more than just good. I would call it absolutely fantastic. So, again, what we have going on right now from 1 o'clock to 2 o'clock p.m., they're doing blind date with a plate. What that means is you come in, you order a mystery menu item. So you don't get to know what it is, but you'll get 50% off of that dish. If you are bold and you like to live a little dangerously, don't worry. The food is fantastic here, so you're probably not going to be disappointed with it no matter what. And then at 2 o'clock for 2 hours, 2 to 4 p.m., they are offering 10% off of all takeout orders. And again, you could call in and order. It is 304-519-2076. That's 304-519-2076 is the number to call in and order if you are looking for something as well. So let's run through the menu items they have here at the Hungry Moose. They do have, and again, it's all smoky, savory, delicious barbecue. And this is a barbecue joint. That's what it is. And they have fantastic food. Here are the starters that they have. Again, I'm just trying to dangle that carrot out for people who may be hungry today. Today's a great day to come in and try out the Hungry Moose. They have pretzels and beer cheese, which is warm soft Bavarian pretzel sticks paired with creamy, spicy cheddar beer cheese dip. They got buffalo chicken dip as well, tender marinated chicken, fresh celery, and a spicy buffalo-style sauce, served hot with tortilla chips. They also have spinach artichoke dip. Creamy blend of spinach, tender artichokes, and melted cheese served hot and bubbly, paired with tortilla chips. So they've got those starters for the families. And again, all those starters are good for a family of 4. So here are some of the plates that they have. So they have plates that are served with corn muffins and spicy pickles. They have a 1-meat plate, a 2-meat plate, and a 3-meat plate. What does that mean? 1 meat, 2 meats, or 3 meats. And the type of meats they have, these are unbelievable. So they've got pulled pork. That's a staple for anybody. They've got sausages. Those are so good, by the way. They got house barbecue pulled pork. They have chicken quarter legs. And, of course, they have brisket as well. You can get a 1-meat plate with 2 sides, a 2-meat plate with 2 sides, or a 3-meat plate with 2 sides as well. They've also got sandwiches for you down here. You can get a smoked pulled pork sandwich with slaw. You can get a house barbecue pulled pork sandwich with slaw. Here's the sandwich that I had recently, and I don't even know if you call it a sandwich, but it's almost like a hot dog only on steroids. Sausage, the big sausages with mustard and onion. That is fantastic. Oh, I see Darren with my brisket. Don't you worry, buddy. You can leave it wherever. I'm going to eat it. They've also got a brisket sandwich with pickles as well. They've got the lunchbox, which includes a sandwich, chips, pickles, and a drink. And I am going to make room for my brisket. Number 1, number 2, and number 3, the brisket is what I got to have. Thank you, sir. Oh, my goodness. Yes, I'll take the mustard sauce. Yep, I can't believe that Hunter was right, by the way. He said the mustard is the best, and he was right. Okay, so now I feel like I'm not going to be able to talk after this because I've got a big old plate of brisket with me. It's going to be so, so good. What was I saying before I forgot what I was thinking about when I smelled brisket? Let's see, the lunchbox. Yeah, it includes a sandwich, pickles, chips, and a drink. Well, you have to add $2 for brisket, though. So any of those sandwiches that you got, the smoked pulled pork, the house barbecue pulled pork, the sausage sandwich, mustard and onion, or the brisket sandwich as well. They've got traditional sides for a barbecue place as well. They've got baked beans, coleslaw, green beans, red potato salad, French fries, mac and cheese, salt potatoes, and a side salad, all on the sides. They also have hot dogs, by the way. If you just want hot dogs, that's nothing wrong with that. They have them with chili, with slaw, with chili and slaw, and all your favorite stuff. They also have a couple of salads. How about this? If you have not had the Southwest brisket salad, yikes, you are missing out. Chicken Caesar salad they have as well, and they have just a regular house salad. They also have some items for the kids. They got grilled cheese, mac and cheese, hot dogs, and chicken tenders, and those both include one side and a corn muffin for the kids as well. So the Hungry Moose, they are on their grand opening here today on this Saturday in downtown Spencer. It's a beautiful day to get out and about. Make sure you come down to Spencer and shop a little bit, hang out here, and get yourself something to eat from the Hungry Moose Cafe or Hungry Moose Restaurant. This place is fantastic. All you got to do is go down to Church Street and open your window and start smelling. I'm telling you what, it is so good. Lots of people tuning in saying that they love certain things. What is your favorite item, by the way? I've already got some people tuning in. Maddie Lambert said the chicken Caesar salad is so good. Brandy Gentry, the brisket with the chipotle sauce. I'm getting the mustard sauce. Sorry about that. The mustard is my favorite. They do a great job on the brisket. Yes, they do, Vicki Reed. And she said, I also like the pretzel sticks. I'm with you guys 100%. I like everything they have here. So I'm very excited that we are here. So let us know if you have been down here to the Hungry Moose. Let us know what your favorite item is here on the menu. And if you do stop in today, we do appreciate it. We do hope that you decide to. I am right beside the front door. Stop and say hi, talk with us a little bit, and let us know that you enjoy what we do here on WVRC. Till then, I've got a pile of brisket in front of me, so I'm going to go radio silent. I want you to hear me smacking my lips while I'm hammering this wonderful, wonderful brisket here from the Hungry Moose. So I know I said I was going radio silent, and I did for a second, but I hope you guys just saw that little teaser that I put out in front on the camera. That is the brisket order that I currently have sitting right in front of me. I'm telling you what, folks, if you are a fan of brisket at all, you have got to come down here. This brisket is so unbelievably good and tender. And you can put whatever sauce you like on it. I agree with Ricky, or with Vicky Reed. I like the mustard sauce. I'm a big fan of the mustard sauce. What do you guys like to eat down here at the Hungry Moose? And let me tell you, if you haven't been down here yet to find out what you like best, then you haven't been down here enough. You need to get yourself down here to the Hungry Moose. They've got specials going on today because it is their official grand opening. Again, they've been open for a little over a month, but they've been testing some things out, making sure everything gets ready to go before they do their official grand opening. And they absolutely know what they are doing. Of course, talking with Darren Cook, who is what we consider, I guess, called a pit master, the person who is responsible for all the meat, all the smoking of the meat. And, of course, he was talking about, been in New York for 7 years and did a lot of smoking of meats, especially on football Sundays. So he's got pedigree when it comes to that. And, of course, they've got a bunch of different types. Of course, come down here is number one because you've got to try it for yourself. You'll never know how good this place is until you actually come down and try it. Of course, you're looking right now at the front counter. They've got all of their items listed on the chalkboard for you to take a look at. Of course, they do specials from time to time. They're doing some specials today, and they're just fun specials as far as that's concerned. Right now, we are in the midst, got about 15 minutes left with Blind Date with a Plate. And what that is you come in and you just order whatever they have. You don't know what it is. It's either the Blind Moose, the Smoke Screen, the Saucy Gamble. So you're not really sure what that means, but if you trust them and you order the Saucy Gamble, the Smoke Screen, or the Blind Moose, you get 50% off of that meal, whatever it is that they serve you. And trust me, you are not going to be disappointed whatsoever. Again, here in about 15 minutes from 2 o'clock to 4 o'clock, the next couple hours, they are doing 10% off of all takeout orders. Again, this is a place that has seating for plenty of people, but if you are on the go and you're just trying to get some food very quickly, just call in and order your food, and that's one good way that you can get it done very, very quickly. If you want to call in the order, or if you just want to stop in and order it at the desk, that's fine. But if you want to call in the order, the phone number is 304-519-2076. That's 304-519-2076. You can call in your order. Wanted to ask people out there who are watching, what is your favorite food here from the Hungry Moose? What is your favorite item from the Hungry Moose? Do you like to find out what people really, really enjoy? And let us know. I know, obviously, my favorite is the brisket. Speaking of, I'm going to put down this microphone for a few more seconds. I've got to eat some brisket before I fall apart. Be back. Well, I don't want to stay radio silent way too long, folks. I just got to go in between bites of tremendous brisket to come back and talk a little bit. I was asking those of you out there watching and tuning in and looking at the comment section, I wanted to ask, if you've been down here to the Hungry Moose, what is your favorite item on the list? Obviously, mine is brisket. And, of course, I've seen a few people talk a little bit. Of course, Brandy Gentry agrees. Brisket is the best. Somebody said the chicken Caesar salad. That was Maddie Lambert. Mac and cheese, one of the favorites as well. And then Maddie tuned in and said, I've tried a good amount of the menu, and everything is good. The brisket, the pulled pork, the chicken leg quarters, the mac and cheese, the green beans, the salt potatoes, and the potato salad. Pretty sure that almost takes care of the whole menu. And thank you for agreeing with me, Maddie, that the mustard is the best. Also, she said the tangy sauce, but the mustard is where I'm going with it. We are live down here at the Hungry Moose, a new restaurant in downtown Spencer, West Virginia. It is located at 215 Church Street in downtown Spencer. And today is the grand opening. They are open through 5 o'clock today. They're doing specials. And far be it from the cooks to do things regular, they're doing fun specials. Right now, for the next 10 minutes at least, they're doing blind date with a plate. That was from 1 to 2 p.m. And what that is there are 3 items up on the chalkboard there when you go to order. There's the Saucy Gamble, the Smoke Screen, and the Blind Moose. If you are bold enough and brave enough to just order those, not knowing anything about them, what they are, you are going to get 50% off of that dish. So for those of you who are bold and brave, you've got about 10 minutes to come in and get a 50% off some of your food if you just trust the cooks back in the back and trust all the smoked meats that have been going through the smokers over the last 24 hours. At 2 o'clock, they're going to switch over, and they're going to do a new special from 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. They're doing 10% off of all takeout orders. So if you are on the go, you want to call in, it's 304-519-2076, or you can stop in, place your order. If you've got things to do in town, place your order, and then come back and pick it up for takeout. From 2 p.m. to 4 p.m., you can get all that for 10% off. So if you have not been down here, then we invite you to stop down. Lots of great food and great human beings who own and run these businesses as well. The Cook family is a family, number one, and they are very successful business owners already over at Backwood Ramblings. They have expanded to the brand new restaurant here, and we've always said Roane County Spencer needs a good barbecue place, and now we've got it. So only thing that we need to do as members of the community is frequent these places and make sure that we spend our money locally and support these local businesses. Here's a look at, of course, the menu items that the Hungry Moose offers. Their starters, they have pretzels and beer cheese. They have buffalo chicken dip and spinach artichoke dip. They have meat plate specials. You have a 1-meat plate with 2 sides, a 2-meat plate with 2 sides, or a 3-meat plate with 2 sides. And the meats are as follows: pulled pork, sausage. They have house barbecue pulled pork. They have chicken leg quarters, and of course they have the great brisket as well. They also have sandwiches: smoked pulled pork with slaw, house barbecue pulled pork with slaw, a sausage sandwich with mustard and onion, and of course a brisket and pickles sandwich as well. They also have good sides here. If you're thinking barbecue, you're thinking of baked beans, cold slaw, green beans, red potato salad. And they also have French fries, and they have mac and cheese, salt potatoes, or side salads as well. Looking for something simpler, they have hot dogs with chili, with slaw, with chili and slaw. They've got a lunchbox special that includes a sandwich, chipples. I don't know if chipples are a thing. They have a sandwich, chips, pickles, and a drink. And that's a lunchbox special. They've also got salads, really good salads: Southwest brisket salad, a chicken Caesar salad, and a house salad. And, of course, they've got a small kids menu as well with grilled cheese sandwiches, mac and cheese, hot dogs, and chicken tenders as well. Down here live at the Hungry Moose. I'm going to keep checking in, and in between that, I'm going to keep hosing this brisket that is in front of me. So let us know if you're out there watching. Put it down on the comments section. What's your favorite thing here from the Hungry Moose? And if you haven't been here yet, what is keeping you away? They are open today. It is the grand opening, and we invite you to come down here today And if you have not tried it yet, try it today and find out what the Hungry Moose is all about. Great food from great people. Welcome you all back inside the Hungry Moose. I see some people tuning in and wondering what in the world's going on here. You're seeing a video screen right directly located towards a front counter. And what that is, that's the front counter that you go up and you order all this wonderful smoked meat here at the Hungry Moose. It's a new restaurant in downtown Spencer, West Virginia, and they are having their grand opening here today. They did a really special grand opening ribbon cutting celebration at noon today. And, of course, I was talking with Darren Cook, who is the pitmaster here. And he was talking about, the love that you have to have for smoking meats because it is a long, arduous process. You got to be very careful about how you do it and how long that you work with it. And just a labor of love, number one. Of course, the whole family here, Darren and the rest of the cooks, Hunter and Pam. And, of course, this is a family business. They do a lot of great things over Backwoods, and they're over here as well. And so very cool things going on here today. We are at the 2 o'clock hour, so if you were trying to do the blind date with a plate, you just missed out on it. But from 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. now, all takeout orders are 10% off, so you can get a big discount here if you're on a takeout order. So what you can do is you can come down here if you're in a hurry and you got things in town you need to do, stop by here, go ahead and order your items for takeout. And then if you need to go get some things done real quick, go ahead and go get some things done and run back here, and you can get your takeout order for 10% off between now and 4 p.m. Also, you can call in your order for takeout. It is 304-519-2076. That's 304-519-2076. And, of course, I'd like to know from those of you out there in the land of Facebook or YouTube, I'd like to know what your favorite item is. If you've been down here to the Hungry Moose, what is your favorite item from the Hungry Moose? Obviously, I think everybody at this point knows my favorite item is brisket. I could eat it 7 days a week, 3 meals a day, and never have a problem with that. But I've had some people tune in and say that they like the chicken Caesar salad. Somebody likes the pretzels and the beer cheese. The macaroni and cheese is a big item as well. And, of course, then Maddie Lambert tunes in and said, I like pretty much everything on the list. So a lot of good items here at the Hungry Moose. They do have a bunch of different items on the menu. This is a barbecue-based joint, number one. So they got a lot of smoked meats on the tap, but they also have some starters. They got pretzels and beer cheese. They got buffalo chicken dip, spinach artichoke dip as well. They've got meats with meat plates. You can get a 1 meat plate, a 2 meat plate, or a 3 meat plate. That includes 2 sides. And that is served also with corn muffins and spicy pickles. The meats they have are pulled pork, house barbecue pulled pork. They've got sausages, chicken leg quarters, and brisket. B-R-I-S-K-E-T, brisket. I absolutely love it. They can do sandwiches for you as well, smoked pulled pork slaw, house barbecue pulled pork and slaw. The sausage with mustard and onion sandwich, I had one of those a couple weeks ago. Fantastic. And then, of course, a brisket sandwich with pickles as well. Here are the sides they have. If you're thinking of a barbecue joint, you're thinking of these kind of sides: baked beans, coleslaw, green beans, red potato salad, macaroni and cheese. They also have french fries, salt potatoes, and they do side salads as well. They've also got some main salads, such as the Southwest brisket salad, the chicken Caesar salad, and a house salad as well. Looking for something very simple, they've got hot dogs as well. They've got good hot dogs with chili and with slaw, or with chili and slaw, depending on how you order your West Virginia dogs. They have a kids menu as well: grilled cheese sandwiches, mac and cheese with hot dogs, and chicken tenders. Those include a side and a corn muffin as well for the kids. They also have special desserts on tap from time to time. Right now, they have a cheesecake that apparently is to die for. I'm trying to be good, so I'm trying to stay away from the cheesecake if I can at all possibly avoid eating it, because I know I'm going to love it. So we invite you to come down here to the Hungry Moose. Again, I am right next to the front door entrance here, so stop in and say hi, have a chat with us, come in and see Darren or the rest of the staff here at the Hungry Moose. Get yourself some absolutely wonderful, wonderful smoked meats and items, and you will not be disappointed, I promise you. You're going to love what you get down here at the Hungry Moose. Stick around, folks. I'm going to continue to smack this brisket and until I'm full. And if I'm not full after the first set of brisket, I'm going to get another set of brisket after that. I do appreciate people tuning in, asking questions. That helps guide what we are trying to talk about here at our live remote at the Hungry Moose restaurant. We are live, and I tell you what, this is I would say the best or worst place to ever do a live remote, because the best because I smell all the smoked meats, the worst because I smell all the smoked meats. I am currently working my way through an order of brisket, so I am up and down, I'm off and on, so you just got to deal with it because I'm enjoying myself right now slamming some brisket. But I had a question for the hours. For the hours of December, I've got a list. I've looked up the list here. Thank goodness Darren's outside of his back area there, so he could help me find the list. So today, obviously, the 14th is the grand opening. They are open noon to 7 today. They are closed on Sundays. They will open up again on Monday and Tuesday from 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. They are closed on Wednesdays. Once again, open 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. on Thursday and Friday. And then once again, noon to 7 p.m. on Saturday as well. Of course, for the Christmas season, everybody is closed down. They will be closed from the 22nd Sunday through the 25th, and then they'll open up the day after Christmas once again. That is a Thursday and Friday, once again 11 to 7, and Saturday they will be closed down from the 29th to the 1st. They'll be back open again the 2nd of the new year, 11 a.m.